19 incredible tricks with WD-40 that will make your life easier. When you hear what you can do with WD-40, you'll be amazed. Find out what balloons have to do with it and why you should even spray WD-40 on your fridge in this video. Trick number 1 can be really helpful when you're out camping. Take a cotton pad and spray a good amount of WD-40 on it. You can also prepare it at home. Put it in a bag and just take it with you. The advantage of this cotton pad soaked in WD-40 is that you can use it perfectly as a fire starter, but also at home for the barbecue or something similar. If you don't have any more normal lighters, the WD-40 will make it burn really long and strong. You'll definitely get the fire started that way. For trick number 2, let's go out in the garden or on the balcony. Do you have flower pots or planters somewhere? Then spray some WD-40 on the edge of them. A small amount is enough. You can also put it on a cloth and spread it here. Be careful not to hit your plant. This will stop slugs from crawling into your flower pots and tubs and nibbling on your plants, so you can keep them away. Do you always put your jar inside each other when you put them in the cupboard to have more space? Then you have probably had the problem that you can't get two glasses apart. Instead of pulling on them like crazy before they break, you can simply spray some WD-40 into the small gaps and then you should be able to get them apart again. Especially with older scissors, you often find that they don't open and close so easily. They always hook a little bit. For this, grab some WD-40 and spray it directly on the screw. This will loosen the whole thing up a bit. This also works great with secateurs, like this one. Spray a little WD-40 on them and they will perfectly work again. You've bought something nice, but there's a price tag stuck to it somewhere that you can't easily get off. To make it much easier, all you need is a little WD-40. Spray WD-40 where the sticker is. WD-40 makes the glue come off here. You can remove it completely and easily, as you can see here. If there is still residue, you have to wipe it off again. Clean off the rest of the WD-40 and you no longer have a price tag on the part. The children have unpacked their wax crayons and started to draw on the doors. You can also clean them easily with WD-40 because WD-40 dissolves the paint. So spray a small amount on and wipe over with a cloth. And all the children's painted things will be gone from the doors again. Of course, this works wonderfully not only on doors but also on furniture in general. To be on the safe side, you should test it first on an inconspicuous spot. And it's not only pins that can be removed but also dirt in general. This is often the case on the sides where the door is touched. Simply spray some WD-40 on it, wipe it again with a cloth and all the dirt that may have built up here over the years will have disappeared and the door will be completely clean again, just as it should be. You stepped on a piece of chewing gum? That's annoying in itself. But it's even worse if you didn't notice it at first and the chewing gum has become really hard under your shoe. WD-40 is also the savior in this case. Spray a little around the entire gum. Now after waiting a little while, you can just peel it off and it's off your shoe again. By the way, this trick also works on carpets. So if you also have a piece of chewing gum on your carpet, use the same method to get it off. You have an old lock that is maybe a bit rusty or in general the key doesn't get in easily anymore and you can't get it open. All you need is a small amount of WD-40, spray it directly into the opening. Wait a few minutes, after that you can put the key back in here and you can open the lock easily. If you regularly use a hot glue gun, you know the problem that some glue always runs out of the front. It's even worse when it gets on furniture and sticks there. But take some WD-40, spray it around the outside, wait 5 minutes and you will get it off again. A similar trick to the one for the lock is to get screws loose, because if they get stuck over time or even rust, they are not so easy to loosen. A small amount of WD-40 is enough to loosen the screw and remove it completely. You can't open or close your zip easily anymore. Is it always jerking and sticking? Take some WD-40 and spray a small amount of it directly on the zip. You can also put it on a cloth and carefully rub it into the zip. Afterwards it should open and close as usual. Do you have leather shoes or maybe even patent leather shoes that don't look so nice anymore, like the ones you can see now on me? Take a small amount of WD-40, spray it directly onto the shoes and rub it in with a cloth until the entire shoe is rubbed in. Not only does this improve the appearance of the shoe because it is now much shinier, but you also have impregnated it. If it rains now, the rain will no longer collect on the shoe but will simply roll off. Do you know this too? You've had a ring on your finger for a long time, but your finger is somehow swollen, or you've put on weight and now you can't get the ring off your finger? Take some WD-40 and spray it carefully around the ring. Wait a short while until it is soaked in. Now touch the ring and move it slowly from front to back. After a short time you will notice how you can move it more and more until you can remove it completely from your finger. And you can do this without having to destroy it. You can still keep the ring. Few things are more annoying than a squeaky door, no matter if it's a door in the house, the front door itself, or any garage door. To stop it squeaking, all you need is a little WD-40. Spray it directly on the hinge, move the door back and forth a few times and it should stop squeaking altogether. Do you have two objects that stick together either because you glued them together yourself before or because they have been glued together for a long time? To loosen this glue you can use WD-40, spray a small amount of it around the glue and wait a while. After about 5 minutes you can carefully move the whole thing back and forth and the glue should come off very easily, because WD-40 will make it dissolve here and then it won't stick together. The same problem we had earlier with the wax crayons on the door or on furniture you surely know with ballpoint pens. If you have accidentally written on your table or maybe even the children, then you can take some WD-40 and a cloth and wipe the whole thing off. After just a few wipes you will see that the virus is absolutely invisible, and of course this also works on all other surfaces such as floors or furniture in general. And have you ever sprayed WD-40 on your fridge? What sounds relatively crazy actually has a really ingenious background. However, this only works if your fridge is a stainless steel fridge. So the outer surface is made of stainless steel. Then take a small amount of WD-40 and apply it directly on a microfiber cloth. Then start rubbing down your fridge. So rub over the entire surface in circular motions. What you'll notice are two really great things. Firstly, you get the fridge really clean again and it shines properly afterwards. And secondly, you have now impregnated it. This means that fingerprints will no longer be visible here so quickly. This means that you will have to clean it much less often in the future. By the way, this also works on other stainless steel surfaces such as your oven. And do you already know this trick? If you spray a small amount of WD-40 on a balloon, it will take about 10 to 15 seconds and it will pop. This is especially helpful if you've had a big party and have lots of blown up balloons with you but you don't want to break them all. Just take WD-40, spray a small amount on them and they will all pop. And otherwise, it's also a pretty awesome trick to impress people with. Be sure to write me below in the comments which WD-40 trick you like the most from this video. And if you know of any others, feel free to post them in the comments below. Would you also like to learn 6 more WD-40 tricks for your car? Then make sure you click on the video you see on the screen. I'll show them to you there.